Hello. Yashvi, am I audible? Yashvi, am I audible?
You're audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So, on behalf of Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICI, on this morning, I take an immense pleasure to welcome the speaker for the morning, Dr. Amit Parikh ji, who is a very renowned physiotherapist and has many accomplishments, which Yashvi will soon share in his introduction. Friends, this is the eighth consecutive Sunday जिसमें हम every Sunday we have a morning session on health and the evening session on spirituality. And apart from physically everyone joining, when we upload the same on YouTube, it gets so viral and everyone appreciates that yes, CAs are doing this kind of initiative to have health sessions. So this is again we are today here to discuss on how spine we can take care of spine. And see, we are in our busy schedules, we don't have that much time that we do special activities for taking care of spine. But Amit is going to discuss that when we are in office, how there we can do some activities by which we can take care of our spine, because it is one of the very important body part of our body. So with this brief words, and also today evening at 4 to 5, we are having Shri Kaushik ji, who is going to talk on how the wisdom from Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, can be useful in our day-to-day life, in our practice, how we can imbibe the same. He is from New Delhi, so he's going to join us from 4 to 5 in today evening. So with this brief words, now I request Yashvi to introduce the speaker.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Dr. Amit Parikh is a physical therapist. He did his bachelor's in physiotherapy from Rajiv Gandhi University of Health and Science, Bangalore. He is a certified McKenzie therapist. His interest is in fields of spine, shoulder, musculoskeletal injuries, sports injury oncology, chest physiotherapist for newborn babies and children. He in 2003 he has done fellowship in cancer rehabilitation from Tara Memorial Hospital, Mumbai. In 2004, 2006, 2012, he did fellowship in shoulder rehabilitation from Sancheti and Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital, Pune. He is a certified McKenzie therapist, which is specialized for spine and musculoskeletal injury, which is widely used in New Zealand, Australia, Canada, US, and UK. He did his master in clinical research from Cranfield University, United Kingdom. He is founder of Synergy Physiotherapy Clinic in 2012 and having two branches. He is also associated with many neonatal and pediatric hospitals. So hereby I welcome Dr. Amit Parikh on behalf of Ahmedabad branch of WRIC of ICI. Thank you, sir. You may continue the session.
Uh, Thank you, Yashvi, and thank you, Fanil Bhai, for a nice introduction. I think, shall I share my screen now?
Yes.
Today topic is on spine. I think it's a broad and big subject, so it's very difficult to cover in 1 hour. So any one of you have any query, any question can ask me in between. Or if you want to focus on particular subject. Okay. Shall I start with the introduction? I think just a minute. Let me. So today's subject is taking care of your spine at the office and beyond. So you have to, there are, it's working? Okay. So let's first introduction how your spine, how does it work, and what precaution you should take care while you are in working as well as you are at home also. So our back pain nowadays is very common knowledge, because one of the commonest reason to why patient goes to doctor, in fact it is second commonest cause to visit doctor across the world. It is so common that has to be methodology of trying to disperse preventative knowledge across society. And if you can prevent back pain, that might be huge burden of healthcare and society. The good thing is that the back pain is preventable. So I want to tell you in colonial manner that how does the back pain has started and what should do to prevent it. So let's first see our spine is the best design engineering marvel that nature or God has made. This is so because it is your vertebral column. It is centerpiece of your existence. It supports your body, organs like viscera, like liver and kidney, etc. Your extremity like hands and legs also take support of your spine. Hence, it today is your spine or your body now. So along with its spine efforts and like other big bones gives you structural support as well. It is a mobile structure unit. So our spine primarily function is to harbor or protect the neutral structure like which are the extension of our brain, that is your spinal cord and the nerve roots. So back look good, it is like organ of your aesthetic organ. In spite of spine becomes beast of burden, it is loop sided in a way that we go to the gym and work out on legs and arms. We tone up everything like arms and legs, but hardly we work on our back. So in effect, your back is most used and least service part of our body because it is engineering marvel. We last out so many years without damaging it. But by natural history, just by mere usage of back goes through a process which is medically called degeneration. Now, you everyone knows degeneration. Let me tell you brief about what is degeneration of the back is at as we utilize our body utilize the body between the bone there is a disc there is a soft structure, it's called disc. It looks like foam piece. They have shape memory, they have certain consistency about them. So when you load your back, they act like a shock absorber like spring. Effectively, they give mobility along with stability. This foam piece slowly getting dehydrated by use. So it is much like your sofa that you sit on your sofa. After a few years of usage, the sponge becomes soft and you sit on sofa, it sinks down. That's very much happen with your back, specifically in your lower back, that is your weight bearing area. Your lower back takes almost 70 to 80% of your body weight. So as the disc dry out or degenerate, the capacity to take weight, it goes down and you're getting some amount of back pain on loading. As you load on your back, you're getting pain. So subsequently, if you don't pay attention or don't take precaution of this one, your back get injured and the foam that loss is elasticity of shape memory. And when loaded beyond its capacity, it tears, and when tears happen, so this is your disc, this one, this is sponge, your foam shape. So once the if you're loaded beyond its capacity on your disc, it tears, and when tear happen, it's like ligamentous injury to your back. You get to it's like it lock your back because almost like fracture in your back, but it happens at your disc level, not your bone level. This is an threat to nerves and body responds to it by muscles going to tight spasm and lock your back and pains like hell. Until this disc heals out, pain goes away, which normally takes couple of days and you back on your feet, waiting for the next attack to happen because precious time to done for the reason why this happened to you. Now, interestingly, the back or disc does not have capacity to regenerate. So each injury takes down by notch because the disc does not have blood supply and its largest vascular organ of the body. Sorry, it's not vascular, largest avascular organ of the body. So when there is injury of to discuss, it is there to stay. When another injury is to come up, it piles it on and eventually the disc degenerate and breaks down and causing compression over the nerves. And that's up when you are getting sciatica and leg pain and tingling, numbness, pains and needles like symptoms. So you may need go for surgery for your back. In short introduction, you may realize that if you don't prevent your back pain or prevented this from progression to point now get compressed, you can deal with much better than waiting for nerves to compress and surgeons to operate then working on your back. So taking the point where I said there is a no regeneration potential in your disc, the only way to treat it substitute to weakness. So once your disc is weak, so you know that you can't change it. We equivalent to vision. Our vision down, no one can change your vision. You need to take pills, injection, but your vision is not to change. You need to wear specs, and these specs make your sound again. You can read and drive, but spec is not curing your vision. It is just substitute your weak vision. Similarly, the back is weak. Treatment is substitution, which comes in the back, like core muscles and local back stabilizers. That load on the disc are getting dispersed, and the weak disc has to perform less. That's why you can prevent or recurrence of back injury. Not only exercise, also there are you have to control on your weight, or I can say you have to maintain your ideal body weight, doing the endurance activity, making sure you enough uh, vitamins and calcium levels. Generally, you have to also learning good habits like posture, that we are going to next slides. So this is your normal spine. It looks like no S-shaped curve. This is your front part, and this is your back one. So your neck portion is slight curve you can see. Again, it's the same curve you can see on lower back. This is the part where our body weight is taking load almost 70 to 80% of our body weight. So these curves keep the spine from being completely rigid, and they help the spine to tolerate a little bit more compression. These nice curves of the back increase the load bearing capacity of your spine. So see, how does it look while you are standing from sideways? You can see the level, okay, your spine is normal or not. This is your S shape. See, and now if you check your body, check your ear level, your shoulder level, your hip joint, your knee and ankle. This line should be parallel. If there is any changes in this line, it can change in the shape of your spine, and anytime you can get back pain. So these are the abnormal postures we get during our lifetime. This is the people like chartered accountant, IT desk who are working on in front of computer. So this is a forward head posture. This is a forward head posture, in that you are losing that curve here in your back part of your neck. This is your thoracic kyphosis. Even here, this push part is exaggerated, or your curved spine is losing its curve and is going to C shape now, from the S to C shape. This is the lordosis. This is the posterior tilt, where your lordosis lumbar part, which this curve in medical we call it lordosis. So its lordosis is aggravating in this portion. It is very commonly seen in the pregnant woman. This one is a sway back posture. It is common there where your lordosis is losing. So this curve is getting flattened. It is very commonly seen in the people who are sitting long sitting posture with both feet on the table for long period of time. So these are the abnormal posture. So now some facts about your back pain. So why does one have back pain in the first place? Because this is important, because once you start the symptoms, it is the time you have to consult a doctor or physiotherapist to deteriorate or prevent the further back pain. So let's understand, why does one has back pain at first place? Our spine is S-shaped curvature, and it consists of 33 different bones. Bone sits on top of each other, forming tower, which is S in shape. Between each bone, we have jelly-like structure. As we said, it's called disc. It sits between two bones. So it is jelly-like structure, and it is the capacity, or it's a structure that it becomes your load taking structure. It is shock absorbing structure. Whatever activities you do, whatever posture you put back through, your disc takes the load of it. As the pressure goes on increasing because of the faulty posture or poor posture or increasing body weight or weak muscles surrounding the disc, this starts to deform its shape and it's come out from its original shape. So when the disc coming out, it start touching the surrounding tissue, and that was causing your back pain. Addressing your faulty posture. So addressing your faulty posture, muscle strength, your body weight, very critical in training your right posture from your back. So there are some do's and don'ts about your back pain. First, see, I think you should watch out for your early signs and symptoms, like random occasional stiffness, back stiffness, difficulty in getting out of from chair after from sitting positions, from the floor or from the chair, difficulty in turning in the bed. Those are the early signs of back pain. They are signs coming much before actual episode starts. So if you have any kind of this kind of symptoms, please consult your doctors or physiotherapists, and you can get accurate diagnosis, which help to prevent the deteriorate the condition, so you can have good back strength. Um, Back pain, other symptoms are back pain, burning sensation, numbness, tingling. These are the symptoms you could feel anywhere in your back or your buttock or your going down to your leg, knees, ankle, and tips of your toe. If you have pain, tingling, numbness, you need to address. If you are developing or coming a weakness in your leg, that is a sign of back pain or back episodes. If you are feeling body alignment is changing, or you are drooping by side or bending forward slowly in your shape, those are also the sign of back episode. If you are any of these signs, please visit your spine specialist. So the next is what you should do if you have already pain. So maintain your good posture. See your in next in your right side, on the top of the one lady is sitting on the chair, another guy is sitting on the sofa. So there are these are the bad posture. And below you see the lady on the car, she maintain her posture. Same on the guy who's sitting on the sofa on the bottom side, right side bottom, is also maintain his posture. So maintaining a good posture is very important. Our spine is S shaped, so all load comes to your spine is equally distributed. If you don't maintain your S shape, you need to so spine is going to a C shape. So what happened? Your pressure on the disc is double up and disc pop out. So maintaining your S shape is very important. You know, there are times to we need to bend something to clean something in the bottom of the closet. What you have to bend from your knees. So breaking the posture is critically important. Maintain your S shape curvature, breaking your posture. So don't stay in bad posture or bend posture longer than the 20 minutes. If you require on sitting a job for 2 hours, you require to getting up every 20 minutes, standing in your desk and again sitting. So these are no breaking the posture. Sitting with supported with lumbar roll. See you can see on the top of your right side, there is a roll. There are two different kind of lumbar roll, which are the mobile. So you can use it either in your office, at your home, or you can use it while you are driving. See the lady on in the car, on the lady sit on the car. She put it the lumbar roll on her back only, and you need to put this roll, or you can say you need support on your lower back, that is your to maintain your lumbar lordosis. This is very minimal curve that you need to maintain. If you maintain it, so you no need to concentrate on other portions, so it maintain your S shape. Good posture, good ergonomics is very important as uh, equivalent to your good posture. So good ergonomics is not only about your chair, but we are going focus addressing this topic later on also. So let's maintain good health. Maintain your good health by your doing exercise like core stabilization, other physical activity like jogging, playing sports, doing yoga, uh, good health, you should maintain your body weight or reduce if you have uh, body weight, reduce your weight. By reducing your weight also, uh, also control your diabetes. So these are the some factors that you can maintain your good health. Do not ignore your back pain. It is always important. Once you have first episode of back pain, consult your doctor and address that point. Do not ignore. And the last and but important point is, don't consult your Google's doctor, because everybody has different pain, and different pain has different treatment and different. So in Google, you can get the common exercise. If you're lucky, then you can cure your pain, but sometimes it can damage your nerves also. So now it is important to understand what is mechanical pain and non-mechanical back pain. Because mechanical pain, that is no, when you get pain in the back, that is mechanical pain is when you get pain in your back, and this pain can altered because of change in the way your body mechanics change. For example, you are in bending position and you have pain, but once you stand up and walking, that pain disappears. Second, while you are sitting, you have pain, and pain goes while you are lying. So these are the mechanical back pain. So mechanical back pain just gives you idea about that there is something wrong in your back, so you can take prevention, and it is curable, 100% curable. While non-mechanical back pain is more important because it requires urgent medical treatment. Because mechanical back pain, in mechanical back pain you have pain in some postures, like for sitting or bending, when it disappears while you change your posture. While non-mechanical back pain is always there, either you lying or you're sitting or you're walking, and it needs to medical emergency. There are many symptoms like ankylosing spondylitis, seronegative arthritis, tuberculosis, infection, cancer, and tumor. So it is compulsory or it is emergency medical that you have to consult your doctor. Now that there are common causes of back pain, I think one of the most common causes for you people, chartered accountants, I think prolonged sitting in a poor posture. If you if you sit in a poor posture, or you can say slouch or hunchback posture for prolonged period of time, 8 to 12 hours in a day for a year. So your journey has started still long, but pain comes after a few months, sometime in after years. So we are addressing this, all these poor causes. Then poor standing technique, also poor lifting technique, awkward bending posture, soft surface, and poor sleeping posture. Soft surface, like if we are using soft mattress, soft pillow, these are also the signs of back. These are also the cause for the back pain. For example, many of times you people have back stiffness and neck stiffness early in the morning while you get up from the bed. And it's throughout the day there was nothing in your back. So it is usually because of the soft surface or the poor sleeping posture. So you should use firm mattress and firm pillows. So the next topic is ergonomics. Ergonomics is also a broad subject, but in sweet and short terms I can use, it is nothing but your healthy workstation. The science of designing the job to fit the workers rather than forcing the workers to fit the job. So workstation should be very comfortable, is compliance to your body. So it should be, and many times people have that wrong concept that ergonomics is only about the ergonomics chair. But it is not only about ergonomics chair. It is about the chair, your desk, your desktop, your monitor, your keyboard, your mouse, other tools, other equipments they are using. And a practical approach to ergonomic consider the match between the person, equipment they use, work process, and the work environment. So this is ideal. This should be your ideal correcting sitting posture. So from the top, we have started from the top. So your eye level should be, your screen should be at your eye level. So it should be just 10 or 10 to 15 degree up and down. It's fine. Your neck and your ear and your shoulder level should be parallel. Your shoulders should be relaxed. Your elbow should be 90 to 100 degree flex, not more than. And your wrist should be straight. That support, sorry, that's supported by, it should be supported, so it should not be bended. While you're sitting, your hips, your knees and ankle, these joints are at your right angle, and your uh, foot is lie on the floor without any abnormal movement. Your thighs are parallel to the floor. So this is no, normally you should uh, adopt this kind of posture, but for every individual this posture is different. So if you are using the same workstation, it is not comfortable for your colleague or others, because everyone has different body, different different height, different weight. So what are the outcomes of ergonomics? uh, it makes your job safer by preventing injury and illness, makes the job easier by adjusting the job to the worker, makes the job more pleasant by reducing your physical and mental stress, and it saves lots of money. So now this is the main part of our presentation, that prevention of back pain. There are many things you have to do to prevent your back pain. Let's see sitting postures. What is your right sitting postures and what we are doing? See, we are always sitting on the right side. You say hunchback position. This is your hunch, your upper back. This is no, it looks like C shape, and this is your right posture. This is your right posture. Again, on the bottom, this is your back, C shape your spine, and this is your S shape. While you are sitting, make sure you take support this one on your lower back. Either you can put that lumbar roll, or you can fold the towel and put it over here. See, while you are sitting normally, see then the left side of the bottom, that A1, it is right posture where it weight is distributed evenly on all your spine. While you're bending a little bit, it puts more strain on your lower back. While you're going swaying back side, it is put more pressure on your again in your lower back. So right posture is always important to prevent the back pain. Now see that ladies hold his baby. This is no, put it load on her back, while the next picture shows you very comfortable posture. This is the one of the very commonest nowadays, holding your back, holding your mobile. It's called neck pain pain syndrome. So while you are holding your mobile, never look down. It keeps at your eye level, so it's reducing stress on your neck. See, again, this is a poor standing posture, swaying back. This is a hunchback, and this is the right posture with your S shape. For children, for kids, they are hanging their back. They should hang on both sides and equally. See, in this one girl keep the bag on the only right side, while the other girl had put the weight on the very bottom side, all the weight come down. But on the right side, the right posture, it is equally distributed. It is not put it on the back. It is parallel to her back. Proper lifting technique. If you have pain, never lift any objects from the back, bending from the back. Better to bend from the knees and hold it, because if you bend it and lifting any objects, it puts more pressure on your disc, and this pop out and can compress your nerves. These are your sleeping postures. While you're sleeping on your back, make sure you need to put pillows under your knees so you can maintain your spinal curve. If you lying on your either side, keep pillow in between your knees so you can maintain the posture. Again, this is on back left side. We ideally not encourage people to lie on your tummy because it is good for your back, but it is not good for a healthy neck. Because if you lie on your tummy, your neck get stiff and start paining. So it is better to avoid lie on your tummy. Now what are the precautions to take for your neck? See, this is a lying posture. Either you lying straight or side lying. So make sure you maintain your spinal curve. See, on the bottom one, this is the on the bottom one. See, the girl is lying. See, this one is bending her neck. This is the backward bending, and this is the curve is maintained straight curve. The other option, how to maintain your curve in your neck, use this roll, or you can fold your towel and put it under your pillow, under the cover of the pillow, so it can support your neck. See that pictures both on. So either you, from which this support, you can sit straight or on your side, but not on your tummy. There are some exercise which help to prevent your back pain, which help to maintain your spinal curve. First one is your cobra pose, or you can, it's very commonly known as Bhujangasana. And in physiotherapy, it's very known as back extension exercise. The cobra pose or Bhujangasana you can do at home. So we advise our patients do this exercise either early in the morning and before you get to bed. While you are in office, you can't do this exercise. If you can do, that is good. It is more acceptable, but you can't do, then do with your standing posture. And next one is for your spine. As I show you before previous slides, that while you are sitting in front of the desk, your spine is your neck is going to forwarded posture. To avoid or to prevent or to retain your normal curve, you need to do this exercise. To tuck your chin towards your spine. This is the starting position, or you can say this is your normal posture. This is the tucking cheek, tuck your chin, and after that, little bit pushing towards your spine, towards your neck. So while you're doing this exercise, make sure your ear and the shoulder level should be parallel. And the third one is your thoracic extension. That is this thoracic, it is no, this one, this is the hunchback. This is the lady on your right side, black clothes. This is your thoracic part. While you are sitting in front of the desktop, it is very commonly developing this curve. So for this one, I advise you to do this exercise. Keep your both hands behind your neck. Keep your elbows in front of your body or your eyes, and sit on the chair. And gently take your elbows and heads upside. So your thoracic or your upper back is getting extended. Also, others, one more exercise is not in the slides, but you should do your squeezing your shoulder blades, which also helps to maintain your spinal curve. And we advise you to do all 4 exercises during your daytime every 2 hours. every 12 months means you can do it 4 to 5 times in a day to maintain your spinal curve to prevent your back pain. This is very important. This is no as a physio ball, or you can say gym ball. Ideally, it is very. I advise if you can afford, or you can put at your office instead of your chair, or in your office. You keep 2 or 3 chair like this, so every employee at least half an hour in a day can use it. Or you can't use it, uh, you can use this ball at home while early in the morning, while you're reading the newspaper, or while you're watching the TV uh, in the evening. Instead of sitting on the sofa, it is better to use this ball. Now I tell you what is the importance of this ball. See, this while you're sitting on the ball, it encourage or it stimulates your core muscles. Your core muscles is your main back stabilizers. So while while you're sitting on the ball, you need to engage your core. If you not engage your core, you are not able to sit on the ball. So it is very helpful to prevent your back pain. Simultaneously stronger your core muscles, your back muscles. As I told in the first slide, your disc is degenerated. So your disc is injured. So it's not going to regenerate. You are not going to take work from your disc as you take before. So you need to work on your core muscles. So ideally, it is very important, this was, because in my clinic, I usually use this one while I treat my patient. And it is initially it is take some difficulty to sit on it, but after after some time you can use it and you can enjoy to sit on it. Other thing, you can progression of core strengthening on sitting on this ball. Other than then, you can do a core exercise, strengthening core exercise. You have your uh, pilates, planks, yogas, which help to strengthen your core muscles. So the take home message is like, keep moving, never static at static at one posture on one posture more than 20 minutes. If you are static or you are sitting for a long period of time on the same posture, it can damage your back pain. Maintain your S shape, maintain your spinal curve. Either you sitting, use your lumbar roll, proper posture. With as I told, show you the 4 exercise. Keep doing exercise every 2 hours, because you are not going to do stretching, many number of stretching and stretching at office, because it takes longer. It takes too much time. Better to every 2 hours do this exercise 5 to 10 repetitions each time. It takes hardly 2 or 3 minutes. Sit less, stand more. Nowadays we can have adjustable desk, so you can adjust the height of the desk. So if you want to work while you're sitting, and you can adjust the height, and you can work on standing. So it helps to reduce load on the spine. Reduce load on spine. How to reduce that? Don't maintain or sitting on a poor posture for a long period of time. Especially hunchback posture like this. So try to change a posture every half an hour and every 30 minutes. So any questions?
If anyone has questions, then please put it in the chat box. I'll read it for so. Are there any questions?
Yes.
Yes,
Is
Viraj, sir, you raised your hand. Viraj Shah. Yes,
is there any questions?
yes, sir. Precaution during weightlifting.
Huh.
So, the what precautions should we take during weightlifting?
Yeah. Uh, while you are lifting any objects, you should not bend from your back, but you have to bend from your knees, then lift the objects. It is very important, because if you bend from your back while lifting any objects, your disc taking over pressure, and sometimes it can pop out from its position, from its shape, and it can compress other nerves. So it is always advisable to bend from your knees than your back. And second thing, while you have pain, you have back pain, that time make sure don't coughing or sneezing with in bending position. So it can happen the same thing happen to you. So aggravate your pain also.
Okay, the next question is suggest exercise for neck and shoulder pain.
I think rather to shoulder pain, concentrate on neck pain, because most of the time your shoulder pain is coming from your neck only. So as I show you that chin tuck exercise, so which help to uh, maintain your cervical spine, which help to maintain a cervical spine. It automatically keeps your shoulder relaxed. And second one exercise, that thoracic extension, and these two exercises which help to protect your shoulder. So no need to do the shoulder exercise. If you do all this exercise, your shoulder will be free. That's
Okay.
sure. Getting it?
Okay, the next question is which posture is good while eating?
It's
Which
the same.
posture is good while eating?
Huh. Posture is, I show you the posture. That is only posture. There is no other option for a good posture. Bending from your back is not a good posture. While you are eating, that time try to do sit near to your table. So you no need to bend for too much, and keep your height of the table should near to your chest level.
Okay, one question is there that I drive a lot of bike in my job, 100
Mm,
kilometer a day. So
mm,
I have back pain 24 hours a day.
mm,
It like becomes a part of my life. What
mm.
should I do?
I think you need to do the exercise as I show you. But you are driving 100 kilometers constantly or with brakes.
Uh, that that is not being told. If they write in the chat, I'll follow up
Okay,
with you. Okay.
but ideally you should not drive constantly, because our back muscles are so weak that even we can't sit for 1 hour or 2 hours without support. So you have to take break and stretch your body as I shown you the exercise. Second thing, you have to work on your core muscles. Third thing, you have to do some physical exercise, physical or sports. You need to play sports.
They do it in one go. They have written.
So you should not do, like, no, it is not advisable at all, because our body, see, while you are driving your back, uh, there are many hurdles come in on the road. So it puts more pressure on your back. So every half an hourly, you have take break, or 1 hourly, you can take break and do the exercise as I show you.
Okay, the next question is there any disadvantage to spine while sleeping on tummy?
It's not, it's disadvantage. It's hurt your neck while you are sitting on your tummy, and you keep your face rotated to one side, and when you get up next day, you feel some kind of stiffness at your neck. and that is your starting of your neck pain. So it is not advisable at all.
Okay. Are there any more questions? Anyone?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Somewhere I heard that, like in the sleeping mattress, the
Mm.
firm mattress is good and like soft pillow is like good. But you said like firm pillow.
Firm pillows, because if you use the soft mattress or soft pillow, your body weight, your spinal curve not maintained because of your body weight push it towards your mattress. You need proper stable support for maintain your spinal curve. If you, for example, if you go to the hotels, there are sponge bed and pillows. So many times happen, where you get up next day, your back is getting stiff and it's difficult to get up from that mattress. And see, these are not things not happen in a day or two, but the process of journey of back pain has started from that process. But you may feel pain after 1 week, 1 month, or sometimes 1 year.
And what about, sir,
Okay.
memory foam in mattress and pillow?
Memory foam is good because it takes your load evenly. So it is always advisable memory foam. But it depends on the company to company, because some memory foam are good and some are bad. But don't ask me which company is good because I don't know about it.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, the next question is what precautions should one take suffering from neck pain? Is it possible to have headache in lower part of head due to neck pain?
Definitely. While there is a compression of the nerve in your cervical, that is your upper part of your neck, it gives you headache. Sometimes headache. Uh, headache only. Headache. Uh, it is, and meanwhile, is headache is with your neck pain. It is because of your neck pain. That is the cervical neck pain only. See, do you have headache constant or it is frequently?
They have not written that in the chat. When you'll write, I'll get back.
No,
Can
it's
I ask the
no.
next question till then?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
For
Okay.
headache is always your cervical, your neck portion is responsible, because while we are watching TV, using mobile, using laptop or desktop, we are our head is always in the forward postures, or we can say it is a forward head posture, or your neck is protruding. So because of this, that is the only posture can give you headache.
Their headache is constant. When there is neck pain and shoulder pain, they have constant headache. They have written.
So if it is related to neck pain or neck stiffness, it is always because of the neck pain. Because there are, do you have any other symptoms with headache?
No. Uh, they have not written. They will answer soon.
No, if there is no other symptoms than the headache, then it is because of your neck pain only. So if you focus or address your neck pain, it will go away, no worry.
Okay. Well, the next question is what are the office exercise?
That I show you, 3 exercise for your Bhujangasana or Cobra pose, or you can do the same with standing posture. Shall I just give me a minute?
Yes, sir.
Uh, you can see the slides.
Yes.
So this is the first exercise. This is the second exercise. And this is the third exercise. I told you this, you need to do all these 3 exercise every 2 hours. It means 4 to 5 times in a day, and every 2 hours and 10 repetition, 5 to 10 repetitions. All these 3 exercise for a life period of time.
Okay. So next question is some having problem in spine can directly sleep on someone having problem in spine can directly sleep on the floor and if they
Uh, No, ideally should not advisable. Some people have feeling better whilst have pain. They lie on a floor. That is the question, no?
Yes, yes.
So usually we ask patient to lie on a firm surface.
Okay. The next question is warm water a reason for back pain? And follow up is, in the gym ball there is no back support. Will it be difficult to sit?
Sorry, don't get it.
First question is that, is warm water a reason for back pain?
Warm water for reason for back pain.
Yeah. Is warm water reason for back pain? Someone has asked that.
No, there is no warm water with. No. I think there is
Okay.
nothing like this.
Okay.
There is
And
no. I think there is nothing relevant between any kind of food with back pain.
okay. And the next question is, in the gym ball
Mhm.
there is no back support. Will it be difficult to sit?
That is the exercise for you. If you sit on the ball, gym ball, without support, then only your core activate. Otherwise, no need of sit with support on the ball, gym ball. Better to sit on the chair.
Yes. Are there any more questions?
So thank you, Yashvi, for moderating, and we are very much thankful to Dr. Amit Parikh ji, who has guided us and shared his knowledge for how we can be very much helpful to our own self. And as we all are knowing that health is always a wealth, and we all protect wealth of others, we are required to protect our own health. And sir, on
There are some questions.
okay,
Sorry, one
yes.
Anju Bhatt, what is the food recommended for good spine? Actually, there is nothing particular food for the good spine, but healthy spine, healthy food is good for your healthy body. That's it. There is nothing particular food for your good spine. Firm mattress and soft pillow or firm pillow. I think we have answered this one, no? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So on behalf of Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICI, we are very much thankful to you. We are thankful to all the participants that you spent a time with us on this Sunday morning to make our own health a proper and to take care of it by joining this virtual meeting. Once again, sir, we are thankful, and we are ending this virtual meeting here. We request all of you to join again in the evening at 4 p.m. for Gita and life. So again, we are now ending this virtual meeting here. Thank you very much.